Hi everyone, so I thought I would do a quick video on how much it is, how expensive it is to rent a car in Cali, Colombia during Christmas period. I just looked to rent a car for 2 days to drive from Cali to Lago Calima, which is close by, 2 hours away, but it's still close by in Colombian terms. This is the sort of prices I'm getting quoted for 2 days. 1,668,000. So if we do that by 1,068 divided by 5,000 to the pound, it's £213 for 2 days. Divided by two, £106 per day. Times that by 1.3 to get dollars. $140 per day. And I looked to see how much a Uber was from Cali to Lago Calima, as you can see here. And it's, for a cheap one, the priority is 291. For a comfort one, which I'd probably choose, is the 375, but let's go with the economy, 285,000. So 285,000 divided by 5,000, £57 to get there one way, times that by 1.3 for the dollars, $74 to get there. So I'd literally, for 2 ways, times by two, it's going to cost me $148 just to get there and back in an Uber, which is far cheaper than renting a car. Let's take a look in another city. And also, by the way, I've checked for longer periods and there's no cars available. Everything is booked out, and the only thing they have available is like really expensive SUVs, which are coming up at crazy prices per day. And I also called up a local car rental company, which usually is cheaper, but he has no cars available at all now. And the cheapest I got quoted a few weeks back for a long-term vehicle over the Christmas period for 1 month was £50 a day. So what's that, around about $70 a day? So it's like, it's coming in, if we're going to do that by, I think it was £45 actually. So times that by 1.3, times that by, say, I think it was 29 days. It would cost me $1,700 for 29 days. I wouldn't spend that much on Ubers, no way. It's just the economics of hiring a car here during the Christmas period is just absolutely mental, and unrealistic, unfeasible. But let's take a look at a different city just to see if it's just Cali. Let's try Medellin. The same period. Much cheaper. So maybe it is just Cali. Let's try Bogota. And yeah, I looked from the airport as well. It's coming up same prices from Cali. Yeah, much cheaper. Still quite expensive, but much better. I mean, 702,000 for 2 days. 702,000 divided by 5,000 divided by two. Still a lot, but for a short period of time, might be okay still. Times by 1.3, $91 per day. It seems to be renting a car in Cali is just absolutely, like, they just don't seem to have enough. Maybe it's to do with the supply side of things. Maybe they've got more supply in Bogota and Medellin, but in Cali, it's pretty slim pickings. As you can see, it goes up by, what's that? It's got to be at least an extra 30-40%, isn't it? Maybe 50% more expensive to hire a car for 2 days. And it's going to be the same. I mean, there is no long-term cars. Let's take a look over the long term. Like, let's say if I wanted to hire it from tomorrow until, I don't know, 9th. Nothing. So let this be a warning to people who are thinking of coming to Cali, especially, but also Colombia in general, and hiring a car during the Christmas period, because you're going to be in for a shock for the prices, trust me. So if you're thinking of doing that, I mean, it's too late now because it's the 19th of December, but next year, if you're thinking of doing it, make sure you book well ahead of time to try and get yourself the best deals, and try and call up some of the local firms as well, the local smaller companies, well ahead of time. I'm talking like maybe 3 or 4 months ahead, to try and get yourself the best deals you possibly can. I did look here on Perplexity, but it's saying here that it would be around $68 per day, which is, no, that's not right. It's way more than that. So it's got that wrong. It does say here booking 2 or 3 weeks in advance and pick up the car up at the airport is usually cheaper, which is true. I mean, just a quick side note on the Ubers here. If you're thinking of taking Ubers here, always try and go for the comforts, because they are cars that are in much better condition than some of the beat up Ubers that we've jumped in here before, which need repairs, and they've got, mirrors missing from them, and the people that drive them can look a bit like rough, if I'm being honest. Whereas the people who drive the comforts, they must have done a minimum amount of trips already to earn the comfort badge, and they've got new cars. Everything's, it's got airbags and stuff like that, and so that's a little bonus tip there for people thinking of coming to Colombia and catching Ubers, is use the comfort, because it's safer. There's going to be a lot less chance of you getting, well, let's just talk about worst case scenario, kidnapped by an Uber driver who's a comfort driver, but who's done thousands of trips already, rather than like someone who's just started a week ago, or driving around in a piece of shit car, who is charging the bare minimum. Like I say, it's much safer to use the comfort version. Okay, if you've got any value out of this, do the like, subscribe thing, all the algorithm stuff. Much appreciated. Bye.